Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Weather with Ryan forecast video. In today's forecast, we're going to be discussing the upcoming severe threat for today. I'll be timing it all out and giving you guys the information that you guys need to know. Let's get straight into this. All right, for today. Today, we have a severe weather outlook. Let's go and take a look at this. Strong to severe storms are possible, especially late today and tonight. Several rounds of showers and storms are expected across the region too today. The best potential for severe storms will be late this afternoon into the evening and overnight. The main concerns will be damaging winds and heavy rainfall, but large hail and isolated tornadoes cannot be ruled out due to the wind shear. Tornado threat is it's up there. I mean, it's not like impressive or anything, but it's there. Hail threat is up there. Wind and flooding are very high threats. Again, we are at a level 3 out of 5 risk for today. We are underneath that enhanced risk. But yeah, let's go and take a look at the damaging wind threat and the tornado risk. So this is a 5% risk for tornadoes within 25 miles of a point. I thought this would be shifted a little bit towards us over in Western Kentucky. They did shift it eastward into Tennessee. We are underneath a 30% significant wind risk within 25 miles of a point. Mainly, this is going to be a damaging wind risk and a tornado risk. We'll have to see. Timing, mainly late this afternoon through this evening. We'll see about that one. And we also have to look at the heavy rainfall. Best chances of thunderstorms this evening, 78% chance of thunderstorms in Paducah, 76% chance of thunderstorms in Murray. We will just have to see. And there is also a potential for flooding within the areas that have been flooded recently. We'll get into that later, but let's get into the models. Taking a look at the 500 millibar maps, let's go and take a look at this. So this is at Wednesday at around 10 a.m. You can start to see 500 millibar flow really starting to kick up in our area. This is around 7 p.m. Very strong 500 millibar winds in excess of 50 knots over our region. Taking a look at the 850 millibar winds, which is wind shear. Let's go and take a look at this. So this is at 7 p.m. tonight. Really strong wind shear in our area, as you can tell. But this also correlates with the 500 millibar flow coming into our area. So 500 millibar winds 10,000 feet above us, and wind shear, wind changing with height, conducive for tornadoes. It gets very strong around here. So there is ample ingredients for tornadoes, but the question is, will there be enough CAPE? And the answer is most likely no. And there are many reasons why that is, and we'll get into that in a minute. Just go ahead and taking a look at the CAPE. This is at 12 p.m. Look, we only have 449 joules per kilogram in our area. I mean, there is no CAPE at all. 16 joules per kilogram. Are you serious? This is at 7 p.m. whenever the 500 millibar flow and the wind shears in our area. 226 joules per kilogram. But down in Western Tennessee, northwestern Arkansas, and southeast Missouri, we have around 16,000 joules per kilogram, 24,000 joules per kilogram, and 18,000 joules per kilogram, which is good. I mean, that's good for severe storms. But in our area, no. For some reason, no. Well, I know why. And then around 8 p.m., we actually do start to get some CAPE, MU CAPE, most unstable CAPE, 24,000 joules per kilogram. I mean, it starts to come back after sunset, but this might inhibit our severe potential for today. So why don't we have a lot of CAPE in our area? Normally we should be having a bunch of CAPE. It's summertime, daytime heating, all that. Well, unfortunately, this is not the case. But let's go ahead and look at the HRRR and see why. So taking a look at 3 in the morning, moving out 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can see this line of thunderstorms moving through our area. This is the morning convection. We don't want this. 2 p.m., 3 stays around here. Some of the inside this line of storms, some of them could be severe. Some like embedded supercells, brief spin-up tornado, but mainly damaging winds and possibility of large hail. Then it stays around here until around 5 p.m. And then you could still see some convection behind the line. But this big fat line is going to suck up all the instability that has been gained throughout the day. And it's just going to eat it. It's going to eat it all. And then the second round of storms coming through later tonight will not have anything to feed off of because the morning line of storms went through and took it all. So this is at 6 p.m., 7, 8. You could start to see this fearsome, like, bow echo looking thing, but crap, I don't know if that will even come to fruition. This is around 9 p.m. This is as far as the model run will go. But, I mean, it's pretty depressing that this morning line of storms is going to eat all the instability. And then this second line of storms is not going to have anything to feed off of. But we will just have to see. I want to take a look at CAPE again on Weatherbell and just to show you guys, just to visualize it a little bit better. So this is around 11 a.m. You can start to see this is pretty decent CAPE values. If we withheld these CAPE values for the entire day and that morning round did not come through, that we would have an issue for more so of a tornado threat later tonight. 11 a.m., 12, you could start to see it getting eaten away by that line of thunderstorms that I just showed you previously, which is unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, look, it starts to get eaten away. By 5 p.m., we only have around 100 joules per kilogram in our area, which is it's pretty depressing. And then, by around 8 p.m., we still only have around 400 joules per kilogram in our area. There's basically no CAPE whatsoever in our area because of that morning round of thunderstorms coming through and eating it all. Taking a look at the wind shear, which is the wind changing with height, primarily conducive for tornado development. Around 3 and 4 p.m., this starts to come into our area. Around 5 and 6 p.m., it's starting to come into our area in full force in conjunction with the 500 millibar flow. But you start to see it shift a little bit southward. That's because the south does have a little bit of a greater tornado threat than we do. Yes, we still have a tornado threat, but it's a little bit lower than the south would have. But yeah, around 8 p.m., we still have very strong shear in our area, around 50 knots of wind shear, which is pretty good. But the question is, will that second line of thunderstorms be able to tap into the shear without much CAPE at all? Taking a look at the dew points, which is the moisture in the air, there is going to be very conducive dew points for today for these storms. A lot of moisture in the air for these storms. Taking a look around 12 p.m., very high dew points, 72 dew points over in McCracken, 71 dew points over in Callaway counties. There's a lot of dew points in the atmosphere for these thunderstorms. A lot of moisture in the air, and they still stick around even though that morning line of thunderstorms come through our area and eats everything. Around 4 p.m., 71 dew points over in Callaway, 70 dew points over in McCracken, very high dew points, a lot of moisture still in the air. And around that second line of thunderstorms that will be coming through our area later tonight, we'll have to see how severe it will be. Around 8 p.m., still very high dew points, 71 still in Callaway County, 70 over in McCracken. To recap, we have 2 rounds of thunderstorms moving through our area. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. The morning one will most likely eat all of our CAPE values in our area, but the one in the afternoon is the main cause for concern for tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail. All threats appear on the table for today. No long-tracked EF4 tornadoes, no December 10th, no Mayfield all over that again, no. If that was happening, my alarm bells would be going crazy. I probably would skip school, but we'll have to see what happens today. This morning round of thunderstorms will most likely eat all the CAPE values in our area, but there is such things as low CAPE, but high shear severe weather events. We'll have to see if that plays out for tonight. We'll just have to see. I'll continue to monitor the latest model trends and have ways to get watches and warnings on today. Obviously, there'll probably be watches later today and most likely warnings. I don't know if there'll be tornado warnings. I don't know that. I'm not the weather guru. But yeah, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to stay on the loop for any weather events. I'll see you guys in the next video.